I'll show you guys what I worked on today. I put the cab on, put the bed on. I needed to figure out where the wheel well opening sits so I could center the wheel. It's not set up in there yet, but I needed the cab on so I could see the gap in between this. I just threw the fender on to see if everything was sitting level. I'm trying to level everything out. It's pretty close, but I had to lift it up because the boards I had in here were not enough. I needed about 3 inches higher, so I had to make this contraption, which was awesome. And it didn't have enough weight, so I had to throw my jack on there and my battery, and I didn't want it to tip off. So I'm excited. I'm liking where it's sitting. The cab, the top of the cab is about 77 inches right now. I'm aiming whenever everything is done to be around 75, 76. What I'm expecting is those softer springs with the engine and all the extra stuff up front. I think the front is going to lower about 2 inches from all my estimates. So how it's set up right now, I have the wrong tires on. So the right tires are going to raise the axle up 1 inch. I expect to be around 76 inches when everything is done. Excited. It's kind of fun to actually see my cab and everything on there, even though it's not the most fun to put it up there. But it's getting better. I'm getting better at my sketchy setup. So getting the rear axle in place. So I centered it where I wanted it. I actually scooted the axle just a touch to the front because whenever your leaf moves, it has a little bit of a sweep to the rear. So I want to make sure I have more clearance in the back. I measured from the center line of the front axle to the center line of the rear axle. Make sure both sides were even. That way, if you have any variation side to side, your truck will kind of sidewind down the road, and I would enjoy that not to happen. I took all my measurements from the square body truck and put them on this truck as far as how far back from the center line of the axle to the bolt it is, and marked it, and I did the same to the front of the leaf spring hanger. That way I put this all thread in there and ran it just like before. I ran it through all my mounts. All right, welcome back. I've been busy and pressure washing and helping out with other stuff and job interviews, stuff like that. I probably look gross, and I'll show you why. Truck still looks the same. Still getting my leaf mounts in, but I haven't been working on it, to be honest. So what I've been trying to do is find a transfer case, because I'm kind of, besides the leaves, I'm at a point where I really need to get a transfer case so I know where to mount everything, so I can strip the frame down and paint it and everything. So I've been trying to find a NP 241C, a passenger drop. If anyone knows of one at a decent price, like cheap price, I'm totally interested. They're really hard to find apparently, or I just don't know where to look. Probably a little bit of both. And then if I were to go the Atlas route, which I think is totally overkill for what I'm doing, those are around $3 grand and a 4-month wait. So that's out of the question. So I don't know. I've been looking on Marketplace a bunch, but today / yesterday I found this divorced. Oh God, you can't see anything. Sorry. This divorced. That is so dark. Wow. Sorry, I didn't realize the sun was killing you. I found this divorced 205 transfer case. You know, price is normal, nothing super cheap, but it's way cheaper than that 3,000 for sure. 150 bucks. So I think I could definitely get that to work. That would make it so that I don't have issues with my vehicle speed sensor, which is becoming an issue. That's why I would need the NP 241C. It has electronic speedo. It's from like a 90 to 91 Blazer or some of the Suburbans. But if anyone has one, please contact me. Before I get to mocking this in the frame, I would love to buy one of those. They're a lot lighter. I think that transfer case is about 150 pounds. It was everything I could possibly do to get it up into the back of my truck by myself. Just not the strongest dude. So I would love less weight on my truck. I would love to not have intermediate drive shaft in there, which is obviously extra cost and just issue. Plus, I'd have to make a pretty beefy cross member that would hold that transfer case super sturdy in my frame. And it's probably gonna mount right where I cut the frame. So I would love to not have to use this one, but I will. 205 holds up. You know, shift linkage. They're great. I'm sure it's just a little more weight, and the cost of an extra drive shaft would be a little bit, you know, I'm assuming $200. So plus it's just more drive line angles to deal with. It'd be awesome if I was running like a huge lift on my truck, because then you can maneuver those around and really help out your drive line angles. But I'm not. I have a 2-inch lift in the front. It's nothing in the back. So we'll see. It's heavy. I'm trying to clean it. It's super gross. Tomorrow when there's light, I'll try to get some pictures for you guys.